Hey guys, welcome back. If you are into API security, bug bounty hunting, or penetration testing, then this is something you are going to love, okay? So once again, my name is John Ibini Ode and welcome to my channel, Stodacon. Alright, so I built a hands-on API training lab called APIPwnLab. Alright, so where you can practice real-world vulnerabilities like IDOR, mass assignment, JWT attacks, and more using tools like Call and Postman. Okay, so here's the problem. One thing I noticed is that most platforms focus heavily on web applications, but API security is becoming a huge attack surface, and many learners don't get enough hands-on experience with real API flaws. All right, so this is the solution. So I decided to build something practical. APIPwnLab is a deliberately vulnerable API environment that is designed for bug bounty hunters, testers, cybersecurity learners. Okay, so it is built with real world scenarios, not just theory. Now, these are the features. In this lab, you will find vulnerabilities like IDOR, insecure direct object reference, mass assignment, JWT authentication flaws, authorization bypass, and many more. Okay, so currently I have two labs on it, which are IDOR and mass assignment. Here is the interesting part. You can't just solve it using your browser. Okay, you have to use tools like Call and Postman, so you actually learn how APIs work at a deeper level. If I design it that you can solve the labs using your web browser, then it will make you feel lazy. Okay, so I just needed you guys to be able to read JSON, to be able to use the command line, not by making you lazy. Okay. Also, for the setup, I made it super easy to get started. All right. So using Docker, everything is automated. The database starts automatically. Users are seeded. Labs are ready immediately. Okay. So you can just clone the repository and start hacking. Okay. So just to clone this, you can come to my GitHub repository and see this link here. Okay. So once you do that, what you have to do is, okay, let me just on this place and just copy this. All right, so back to my Kali Linux, I'm going to create make a directory. Yes, I'm just going to make directory API lab. Okay, and I'm just going to navigate into this directory. Okay, so cd API lab. Okay, so now I'm inside the APIPwnLab, which I just created. You can see it over here. All right, so I'm just going to git clone and paste this. Okay, so enter, and this is just going to clone the repository. All right, so I'll just quickly show you how one of the labs work. Okay, so this just okay, I have this set up already. So what I'm just going to do now is I'm just going to navigate into the APIPwnLab, which we have it here, and I'm just going to list the directory ls. So we have it here. So now to make this super easy for you, I created a makefile which you can use to start up this lab. Okay, so I have it here. Where is it? So there are instructions here for you. So for first time build, we have you just have to run make build, and for subsequent execution you just have to just type makeup on your terminal. And if you want to stop the lab, make done. Okay, if you want to view logs, maybe you run into an issue, you click on sorry, you type make log. And if you want to reset the full lab, is to reset the lab, that is full reset, and this is going to stop containers, delete database volume, rebuild everything, and also receive fresh data. So you just will type make reset, and once the lab starts, what you get is what this URL or this endpoint where you can open a browser. All right, so I'm just going to do this make build. Okay, and I'm just going to, oh sorry for that, sudo make build. Okay, always remember to give it what sudo. All right, so this is going to run, build the lab and all that. So I'm just going to pause this video so that when it finish setting everything up, then I'll just come back to the video. Okay, so everything is setting up properly. So we are back. All right, so we have the APIPwnLab playground running at this URL here, or this endpoint. Okay, so I'm just going to come over here and just put that in localhost 3000, enter. All right, so this is going to display the homepage for APIPwnLab 123. All right, so we have it here. Welcome to APIPwnLab. All right, so I also gave some head starts, how to start, check available labs, read the lab goal. You have to decipher this. Okay, hint if stocked, solve number 2 to unlock the hint, check progress. This is where you check your progress, and this is where you reset the lab in case you want to go over and over again practicing with the task present in the lab. Okay, so this is where you start. So you click on what? Start labs. So once you click on start labs, it takes you to the labs.html page. So I'm just going to click on start labs, and remember, you can only solve the task using call, Postman, or Bob Suite. Okay, so let's see what we are going to get with the start lab. So over here, we are redirected to this particular place. Okay, so you can see over here we have IDOR, mass assignment. So these are the 2 labs that are present right now, and with time I'm going to add more labs to this. All right, so I'm just going to pause this now and log out. So if I should log out, I'm just going to click on log out because my section from the previous setup was is still present on my browser. So that is the reason we have this. So I'm just going to click on log out. Okay, so let's see what this is going to give. All right, so over here you can see it's asking me to log in. All right, so now I'm going to show you this. So if on first run or on first execution, if you try to go to the labs.html page without registering or logging in, is going to redirect you to the login page. Okay, because the application works like this. Since you are the user using the lab, you need to register. Okay, because your progress will be attached to the user you registered with, which is you. All right, so you can see section expired, please log in again. All right, so because I logged out, okay, so the section expired, so it's asking me to log in again. So I'm just going to click on OK. So it's going to redirect me from these labs here to the login page automatically. Okay, so sorry, my VMware is kind of slow this morning running my Kali Linux. So I'm just going to click on register. So click on register here, and it's going to take you to the registration page where you fill in your name, email, and password. And once you're done, it redirects you to the login page where you are to fill in your email and password to log in properly. All right. Okay, so once again, I apologize. My VMware is kind of sluggish this morning running my Kali Linux. So over here, I'm just going to fill in my name, John Ode. Okay, I'm sorry, Ode, and my email. Let's just say john at gmail.com. And over here, I'm going to excuse me, I'm going to supply my chosen password here. So I'm going to put that in and click on register. So I'm going to get a pop-up notifying me that my registration was what? Successful. I'm going to click on OK, and I will be redirected safe, and I will be redirected to the login page where I will now fill in my email and the password. So over here, I'm just going to fill in the details, john at gmail.com. So just click on that and click on login. Okay, so from this point, if my credentials are correct or accurate, it's going to redirect me to the labs.html page. Okay, so once I click on login, I will be redirected to the labs.html page. So here we are. Okay, all right, so these are the labs, the 2 labs present. Now like I said, you can't solve the lab by using your web browser. Okay, you need to make use of call or Postman or Bob Suite. And the reason I did that is because I want you people to get practical experience working with these command line tools, because it's not every time you will be presented with a graphical user interface where you can solve a lab or perform a particular activity. So once you log in, right click on your browser and come to inspect. Okay, so you are going to copy your token. A token is always issued to you whenever whenever you log in. Okay, so and that is stored in your local storage on your browser. So click on storage here, and where we have a local storage here, so click on this. Click on this. Now this is your token. Okay, and this is your user ID 22. Right, so I'm just going to click on that, and I'm going to copy that. So once I copy that, okay, so I'm just going to pause this video and solve one of the labs, because like I said from the homepage here, you are to what? You are to decipher the goals of the lab. That is what you are supposed to do to solve the lab. So you have to decipher this, and this is where you put your reconnaissance or information gathering skills to the test. Okay, so you can see it here, decipher this. So I'm just going to pause this video and solve one of the lab, and then resume the video. All right, so I just finished solving one of the labs. So whenever you solve one of the labs, what you just have to do is you go back to the labs.html, and then once you refresh, it's pop up like it pops up this celebration for you that, oh, congratulations, you solved a lab. So just wait for this particular page to finish loading. So whenever you solve a lab, you can see, hooray, you solved enumerate user's profile. Okay, so this is just one of the hints, and that is for IDOR. Okay, so I just finished solving an IDOR task. Okay, a task in this IDOR lab. So you see, I've gotten 15 points. Okay, so this is how you keep on solving the lab. And just like I said, to decipher the goals or the task you need to do, you have to to know the tasks you have to do in this lab, you have to decipher that. Okay, so put your reconnaissance and critical thinking skills to the test. Okay, all right. So now, if you want to reset a lab, if you want to reset a lab, all you have to do is I have this command here. So this is it. So I'm just going to copy this. Sorry, before copying that, I'm just going to copy the token. Okay, the token value. It's present in my storage here, local storage here. All right, so I have it here. So I'm just going to copy. Then I just have to paste it here. I'm going to copy this and launch a new instance. Launch new instance of my terminal. And then what I just have to do is to paste that command here. Okay, so I'll just paste that here. So Control Shift V. All right, so once I hit enter, you see your progress for all labs has been reset. So if I should come over here and refresh this now, it's going to reset my points to 0 for this IDOR lab, which I solved one of the tasks for. Okay, I solved one of the tasks inside the IDOR lab, so it's going to reset that point now to 0. So that is how to reset your lab. Okay, and also if you try to manipulate the lab by just maybe inserting an improper token value, it's going to reject that. So for instance, I have this here .fake signature. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm just going to come to storage here and replace the accurate or the original token with this fake one which I generated. Okay, so I have it over here. So I'm just going to click on this, remove that, and then paste this, and then hit enter. Okay, so once I do that and I refresh this lab, it's going to invalidate the token and redirect me to log in again. Okay, or if I don't have an account, it redirects me to register. So you see it here, section expired, please log in again. Why? Because I inserted an invalid token. So the lab is perfect, and what I will say is this is going to teach you practical hands-on skills, and it's going to help you to put your critical thinking skills and also your information gathering skills to the test. All right, so if you want to try it out, just check it out on my GitHub link. Okay, and I'm going to paste it in the description. Clone it and start practicing. So for future updates, I will be continuously updating this with more labs like rate limiting bypass, advanced JWT attacks, API recon techniques. So you have to stay tuned. Okay, so I built this lab with NestJS. Okay, so I made use of NestJS for this. All right, and also PostgreSQL for the database and Docker. All right, so if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and also share the video, and let me know what kind of labs you would like to see next. See you in the next one. Bye.